Weather's changing. I was going to do this in the morning, but I got a feeling it might be raining in the morning. Along with everything else going on, I'd like to do a really quick review of this campsite. It is very clean. This is the Buffalo Crossing RV Resort. I think they call it a resort. I'll put the official name down below. I do believe that as part of the IMAX complex, you have the IMAX building here, and you got the campground right behind it. They do fit in pretty tight. You have 5 RVs per row, full hookups, pull-throughs. There is a bunch of back-end sites all the way down at the end. And you have 4 electric-only sites that reserve for first-come, first-served basis. And those are 3 here and then 1 on the back wall over there. It was easy checking in. People are super nice here. They give you a discount for the IMAX movie, which I would highly recommend. It's a very good film about Yellowstone. They also have a feature film that they're doing. Right now they're showing How to Train Your Dragon, but that obviously changes. And they give you a token for a free soft serve ice cream. Not to mention a discount, $20 off any purchase in the store. And I got this cool jacket, and it was on sale on top of that. So the jacket I think was like on sale for $30, and I got $20 off. So it was a $10 jacket that's normally 60 something dollars. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So definitely check that out if you're here as well. So with the IMAX behind me, there is a salon, nail and beauty salon right across the way here. There is a restaurant. It's Chinese and American food. And down at the end, it's actually closer than it appears. Down at the end is the Grizzly Wolf Discovery Center. So it's all right here. We're also right on the edge of town. So this is West Yellowstone. There is the main drag of West Yellowstone. Let's get over there. If you have ever been here, you'll know that the IMAX Theater is right off the main road to go into the west entrance of Yellowstone. And right past that gray and beige building is the main drag of West Yellowstone. Right across the street, there is a McDonald's. There's a museum right across behind that railroad car. And right there where you see the traffic light, that is the main drag of West Yellowstone. So everything really is in walking distance. There's quite a few cars going by right now. I was here earlier, there wasn't a car in sight. Now everyone is out driving around. So, but yeah, it's very convenient to walk around. We walked around town a few times, a lot of restaurants. So as far as convenience, this place gets 5 stars in my opinion. Closeness, proximity to your neighbors, maybe a 3. But convenience, friendly, everything else is probably a good solid 4 to a 5. All in all, I would recommend it. Its prices weren't horrible. They were decent, considering the fact that you're right at the west entrance of Yellowstone National Park. They do have a lot of really great prices in their store, and it seems to be very reasonably priced. The food and the ice cream also reasonably priced. The free ice cream you get if you got a soft serve would only cost you 99 cents if you didn't have the free token, so that's actually really good. And right on the other side of the campground, they have a historic ranger station and a Yellowstone Nature Connection Center. They kind of have a lot of things going on. Currently, they have a special on learning about wildfire and smoke jumping. And once again, the campground is right here. I was fortunate enough to get an insight. This is actually really nice being on the end cap. Amber and Ray were right across the way from me, so that worked out really well as well. They do have these really nice grass patches, so this worked out really well. Now they're supposed to have a freeze, and if that happens, they're gonna let us know and we have to disconnect our water. I don't think it's happening tonight, it's happening tomorrow night. So we'll go ahead and get back to the general part of the video at this point, but I wanted to do a quick walk around the campground. There is a laundry, there also are showers and bathhouses that are very clean. Not much else to say about it. It's just I like it. I would come back here again. It's very convenient. So one thing I would also like to bring up. We noticed is the first day we went into the park, we went in early, but there was a line, a big line to get in. We started showing up like at 6:30 in the morning to get into the park. And it didn't take long to get in, and everywhere we went was not very crowded. But by noon, it was impossible to navigate. There were so many people everywhere. So I would suggest, you know what, while you're here, forget about being on vacation and sleeping in. Wake up early, get into the park early, and see everything you want to see by midday. Have a picnic lunch, come back, relax the rest of the afternoon. You will see the park in its entirety in a heck of a lot less time than if you tried to do it in a day, driving around in the traffic jams and all the people and can't find a parking place. Yeah, the parking is really horrible once you get into the park if you stick around too late. It's near impossible to find anything. If it gets past like noon, 1 o'clock, 2, you're not going to get a place to park anywhere. At least nothing close to the place, the thing you're trying to see. But that is it for the Buffalo Crossing RV Resort. So, yeah, let's get back into the national parks. We started today's tour driving around Yellowstone Lake and that vicinity, and it was some very interesting sights to see in that area. All right, so there's a fun story about this one, and there's a couple other hot spots like this as well. And that is, old guides and trappers would come through the area and they would boast that they would be able to catch a fish, and before they took it off the line, dip it in the hot pool and have it cooked. So catch your fish and have it cooked, and don't even take it off the line. So I spoke too soon on that other one. This is the actual fishing cone, and early spring and late spring, early summer, it is underwater. So later on in the summer, it will actually be exposed, and that's where they would actually fish the lake and then drop their line in the fishing cone to cook the fish before they even took it off the line. So yeah, kind of a fun feature. By the way, I think it add a special note. It's no longer legal to fish this spot. So I guess they don't want people messing that up. I guess they had trampled down and damaged the cone in the past. And yeah, it's just not a good idea to do that anymore. And as we wandered along the boardwalk along the west bank of the lake, we discovered many more of these hot pools underwater that will be revealed later in the summer. So this pool behind me has that black and green algae. So this is probably what the black pool looked like before 1991. Well, we left the lakes region of Yellowstone National Park and wound up at the Mud Volcano Basin area, where we came across the Dragon's Mouth Spring, along with many other very fascinating geothermal features. This is the actual Mud Volcano, the feature. Yeah, the main feature of this area. So, but there's a lot of mud pots and other things. We're going to keep wandering around. This should be really awesome. So this is Sour Lake, high density of sulfuric acid. So, you go swimming, you will disappear in no time. I won't make any comments about where to hide the body. Okay. So this is the Black Dragon's Cauldron. It was actually formed back in 1948. It came into existence, and over that time it's moved 200 feet to its current location directly behind me. I'm kind of assuming that first little spot we saw was where it formed, and then 200 feet later it's right there. Alright, this is Churning Cauldron. And once again, I need to reiterate, be grateful I don't have smell-o-vision. Oh God. The last cauldron feature of this loop. We're going to be moving on to the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. There's a couple of cool waterfalls there. But once again, if you want to understand how bad it smells, hard boil an egg, leave it out for about a month, and then before watching this video, go ahead and crack it and start the video. Yeah, it's that bad. All right, moving on. Now, one fascinating fact is this waterfall is actually taller than Niagara Falls, but it's just obviously not as wide. But yeah, it is a taller fall. So this whole area that we are touring around today is the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. This is where Yellowstone actually got its name, because of all the yellow rock that was in this canyon. Which way do we want to go? That's North Trail. Here we go. So this is the grand view of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. All right, that was it for part 2 of the Yellowstone adventure. Make sure that you hit that subscription button. Hit the notification bell, let you know when I post every Sunday at 2. Thumbs up for good measure, and I will see you on the road.